This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Tuesday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. It is August 29th. Let's find out what lays in store today for us. I've got no idea yet as far as the weather goes. John, what's on the menu?
Well, you know, the odds are on our side today, I think, a little bit. After deluges over the last couple of days, we finally get a little break today, I believe. We have still a flood watch up for areas of Sarasota and Manatee County, but they have been removed for areas of Charlotte County, Hardee, and DeSoto, so that's good news. There's still some river flood warnings up, of course, mostly for Myakka and the Peace River at Arcadia. But just some heavy weather coming our way, as clearly evident here on the Van Wezel webcam. We start off the morning with a lot of dark skies, and then we finish it up, I think, with a few showers and thunderstorms in the forecast, but fewer than yesterday. Our rain chance today at about 40% instead of the 80% that I gave us yesterday. It will be warm and humid, though, as temperatures respond to heating, and we'll see perhaps a little bit better evaporation rates today, which will be good for everyone.
All right, good to hear. Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic now. Manatee County showing some buildups already on State Road 70. Even when you track it over across 14th Street West, you see an issue there at 53rd Avenue, which 70 turns into at 36th Street, so we'll track that this morning. Farther south now into Sarasota County, Bayfront showing some activity in both directions. Be aware of perhaps some orange construction cones there. I doubt it's a big concert being let out at this point. And farther south, all clear except for one buildup there, 41 southbound, just north of Osprey.
Topping our news this morning, across the Suncoast, people have been dealing with flooding all weekend long and even into today.
Parts of the main road on Longboat Key are underwater. Our Rick Adams has a story.
That's kind of strange. We've never seen anything like this before.
That's saying a lot, especially since Don Chance and his wife have been on Longboat Key for around 30 years. Their Covert 1 condo development in the 5200 block was flooded in the parking lot, the entrance, and Gulf of Mexico Drive in front of them.
This is probably the worst flooding I've seen in my days, but I think we'll get through it.
On Monday, there were still many sections of the main roadway, Gulf of Mexico Drive, that had pretty deep flooding, and the pouring rain didn't help much. Cars were plowing through the flooded roadway, and this weekend especially, there were some big issues.
Our patrol officers started experiencing flooding late Friday into Saturday morning, and we had a couple of flooded out cars on Gulf of Mexico Drive. Our officers were out there working hard, getting those cars to a safe location.
The Longboat Key Police Department is urging drivers to be smart. They say this flooding can be extremely dangerous.
We ask that everyone use caution when driving through water. If you're not sure how deep it is, don't enter. If it looks like traffic's flowing through, please just drive safe, slow down, be courteous to the oncoming traffic. Of course, we want the headlights on and the wipers on as well.
On Longboat Key, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And while the rain has subsided for now, there are still some areas in Manatee County that continue to face flooding issues.
Let's go live to our Jess Dowdrick. She is in Manatee County with the latest on flooding and ongoing shelter efforts. Jess?
Good morning, Jacqueline and Ray. I'm in the River Point neighborhood, which sits right along the Manatee River, right off of State Road 64 in Manatee County. And last night, the National Weather Service issued a flood warning for this neighborhood. But as you can see this morning, things are looking pretty clear. The roadway is a little bit wet, so you can tell there was some flooding here at some point in time. But this morning, things seem to have dried up, and as you heard meteorologist John Scalzi say, there is still a flood watch in effect for parts of the county. Now, I've done a lot of driving around this morning. I was out looking for flooding on a lot of our main roadways, some side roadways in Manatee County, and things looked pretty clear. US 41 was clear, drove through the Bayshore Gardens neighborhood. Things looked okay there as well. But again, as you heard meteorologist John Scalzi saying, more rain is expected to come our way today, storms and showers throughout the day. So we have no idea what the day may bring. Now, I did get some pictures sent to me late last night of some trees that are uprooting because of all of the water that we've gotten. So that's something to keep an eye on and be aware of. Now, the shelter is still open at St. George Episcopal Church. If you need it, I drove by there this morning. I'm going to bring you some more information live there coming up at 5:30. For now, reporting live in Bradenton, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you so much, Jess. Meanwhile, another Manatee Manatee County neighborhood remains underwater this morning as residents stay with family, friends, or in shelters. Dozens of families have been evacuated from the Central Lake neighborhood off Prospect Road. Fire crews were sent in to rescue more than 40 families over the weekend. It may be days before residents can get back inside their homes, seeing as there's about a foot of water inside some of the houses.
The water has receded out of the house, but everything was floating, is now settled. The laminate flooring had lifted up and it's just scattered everywhere.
Some residents blame the flooding on a newly constructed neighborhood nearby, saying the water is flowing from the elevated homes.
Most roads in the city of Venice are back open this morning. Heavy rain caused plenty of street flooding. Right now, the only area closed is the South Jetty. Park Boulevard North, Flamingo Drive, Golden Beach Boulevard, and the north side of West Venice Avenue are now open, but there's still some flooding in those areas. Police say even if your car is high enough, if you drive an SUV, it doesn't mean you should drive through a flooded road.
We had a report of at least one individual who was driving their 4x4 through standing water, joyriding through it, and you have to keep in mind that that's washing water up into people's homes.
And homeowners can still get sandbags and shovels near Flamingo and Gardenia. Heavy ponding on the road may have contributed to the bus losing control and drifting into a ditch yesterday. Look at this video. There was 3 special needs students on board. 2 officers arrived quickly and were able to carry the students off the bus safely. They also rescued the driver and an aide.
In other news this morning, a Manatee County man is behind bars accused of killing his girlfriend and child. Larry Williams faces 2 counts of murder and 1 count of arson. Deputies believe he's responsible for the deaths of 18-year-old Diamond Shellman and their 8-month-old son, Jeremiah. Their bodies were found at the Avalon Square apartments early Sunday morning. Firefighters found flames coming from the apartment when they arrived. In an interview with deputies, Williams said, quote, "The demon which takes him over is responsible for stabbing Shellman and starting the fire." During his first court appearance yesterday afternoon, the judge denied him any bond. Also in Manatee County, police in Palmetto need your help to find a man suspected of an attempted murder. An arrest warrant has been issued for Lizondius Randall Jr. Police say he is considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, do not approach him. Instead, call the police or Crime Stoppers at 866-634-TIPS.
And police in Bradenton searching for the armed robber who held up the Papa John's over the weekend. It happened about 2 a.m. Saturday in the 4,000 block of Cortez Road West. Police said the man entered the back of the store and held employees at gunpoint. He took cash and ran off. Police say he's about 6 feet tall, wearing all black clothes. Anyone with information should contact the Bradenton Police Department. The flooding throughout the Suncoast may have cost a 61-year-old man his life. He was found dead after his wheelchair tipped over in the street. The man was face down on 44th Court East in Manatee County. About 10:30 p.m. Sunday, there were about 6 inches of water on the road at the time. Deputies say there was no signs of foul play.
This morning, crews from the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission are in Texas helping move people to dry ground. The state agency quickly deployed 25 officers to set up command bases in Beaumont for search and rescue operations. Officers and their equipment, which includes 8 shallow draft vessels and 4 patrol boats, were on standby in Pensacola on Friday, waiting to deploy to Texas. Now, the total number of fish and wildlife officers in Texas will top 100.
It is a significant number, and they're spread out across Florida, all the way to South Florida. We've picked our key people where our assets here are still going to be enough to keep things going. But it'll be a total of almost 150 people that we're going to have operating in Texas to assist with us.
The state officers aren't the only assistance Texans are receiving from Florida. The Red Cross and utility companies are sending crews, along with a host of local fire and rescue departments from across the state.
If you would like to help those who have been forced from their homes by Hurricane Harvey, here are 3 ways you can help. You can go to the redcross.org. You can text Harvey to 90999 to make a $10 donation, or call the Red Cross at 800-RED-CROSS. You can also help those affected by Harvey by donating blood. The storm has created a critical need for blood and platelet donations in Houston, Corpus Christi, and the surrounding Gulf Coast area. Suncoast Blood Bank shipped 150 units to the region, but more donations are needed. So the blood bank is asking everyone who is eligible to donate blood and platelets this week so it can continue to assist hospitals in Texas. Meantime, one blood bank is also standing by, preparing to send blood to Texas, as well as asking for blood donations.
And as we inch closer to September, we are just a few weeks away from the World Rowing Championships, and crews are already starting to set up. Construction will begin this week on the 2,000-seat grandstand going up at Nathan Benderson Park. Multiple shipping containers carrying rowing shells and sculls are also expected to arrive. Opening ceremonies are just around the corner, taking place on September 23rd.
All right, 5:10 right now, and a little dry out starts today.
A little drier. Yeah, a chance to dry out finally. Yeah. It's going to be a muggy afternoon, I think, because the sun will be, we'll have some sunshine today, and that's going to increase our evaporation rates. So it's going to feel a little bit on the humid side, but I think we'll take that over another 4.5 inches of rainfall.
Oh, yeah. Any day.
Yeah. Forecast in a sec.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the latest in your first alert traffic, and we'll travel back in time to take a look at the Suncoast past at the historic Manatee Burying Ground.
And later in the hour, it may get worse before it gets better in Texas.
Watch your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck. If you're looking for a rewarding job you'll love, good news. The perfect job is just a click away. Go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day. It's that easy. Stop searching and go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day to find the perfect job for you.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
This is important news for women who were administered chemotherapy intravenously for breast cancer and then suffered permanent hair loss. Some women administered the breast cancer chemotherapy drug Taxotere have suffered from permanent hair loss on scalp, eyebrows, and eyelashes. If you suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy for breast cancer, call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now. Operators are standing by.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-620-2254. That's 1-800-620-2254.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, over the last few days, the rainfall rates have just been tremendous. You all know that. We've had some isolated instances, pockets of rainfall that have exceeded 20 inches, according to some independent weather stations. So just tremendous amounts of rainfall. Most everybody, especially along the coastline, has seen a month's worth of rainfall in just a matter of days. So it's time to dry out just a little bit, and we're starting to evolve into the weather pattern that is more typical for this time of year. 81 degrees the current air temperature. We have a dew point value coming in at 77, so it's kind of humid, kind of sticky out there right now. Southwest wind comes in at about 7. Temperatures across the region generally hugging the 80-degree mark along the coastline, while inland temperatures are closer to the mid-70s. We have a couple of areas of disturbed weather we continue to monitor. Of course, one, the potential tropical cyclone, still a potential tropical cyclone, number 10, that is moving up toward the Carolina coast. This really does need to develop if it's going to become a tropical depression or a tropical storm, because it's going to soon enter into an area that's not very favorable for any kind of development. So the chance of development for this system has dropped a little bit over the last 24 hours. We also, of course, have Harvey continuing to drop lots of rain. Now even parts of Louisiana getting inundated with heavy, heavy rain showers. The intensity of these showers has dropped just a little bit, but still there's some pretty heavy rainfall still around the Houston area as well. For us, the majority of the rainfall today, I think, will shift a little bit further to the north. And we'll talk about the reason for that in just a second. But right now, radar not showing a whole lot of action across the area, so that's good news. We're seeing a little chance to dry out. Cloud cover still around, but again, we're starting to see some breaks in the clouds, and I think we'll start off the day with mostly cloudy, not cloudy skies, but mostly cloudy, and perhaps even break out into some sunshine from time to time today. That'd be nice. If you look at this image, it's the water vapor imagery, and it's a high contrast image showing where the moisture is and where it is not. The kind of turquoise colors here are the high moisture content air that we had around yesterday when we broke an all-time daily rainfall record at the airport. And this kind of tan color is drier air, which will reduce our rainfall chances, and it's lifting up from the north, so it will kind of lessen the impact of the trough that's been over us for several days. This stalled out frontal boundary, the low pressure area to our north, and of course Harvey's wind flow bringing a nice tropical juicy air mass up toward Texas and Louisiana, all playing a part in the overall picture of the deep south and the Florida peninsula. For us, we'll watch this frontal boundary, even though it is a stalled frontal boundary, inch its way a little bit further to the north today and then basically stall out once again. This will help focus the shower and thunderstorm activity a little further to the north today. So we'll probably get a few showers around, but I don't think we'll see the persistent heavy driving rains that we saw at times yesterday. So a little chance to dry out. Rain chances going down, warm and humid afternoon as sunshine returns and the evaporation rates increase, and then a sunshiny day, I think, for the most part tomorrow. So everybody, I think, will enjoy the weather starting tomorrow. A future rainfall forecast from the RPM computer model shows, well, there are no more instances of those 4-inch rainfalls over the next couple of days. So we like that. As far as the forecast goes today, we'll take our rain chance and really kind of drop it in half. That's the rainfall rate over the last couple of days. And you can see clearly just tremendous amounts of rainfall. For the 7 days ahead, look for a 40 to down to actually 20% chance of rain over the next several days, and then we'll return to more typical kind of rain chances by the weekend. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at your first alert traffic in Manatee County, there is an accident. It looks like it is over towards the Bayshore Gardens area. It looks like at 53rd Avenue and 36th Street. Also looks like 41 heading towards Cortez Road, seeing some slowdowns on the roadway, as well as State Road 70 as we head into Sarasota County. Looks like some slowdowns sporadically across Bee Ridge and 41, also Stickney Point Bridge as you're heading towards Siesta Key, and South County looking pretty quiet at 519 on your Tuesday morning. Well, it's not just the people who live here now that make the Suncoast a great place to call home.
It's also the original settlers and the pioneers. Many of their stories are preserved at an historic Manatee burying ground. Our Linda Carson has their story.
The Manatee Burying Ground was the first cemetery in Manatee County.
Started in 1850. The land was deeded by the Gates family, and they were the first white settlers in Manatee County.
Many other prominent settlers are buried here.
There's the Glazer family. Ezekiel Glazer actually helped to build the courthouse and built the courthouse that we have here at Manatee Village Historical Park. The Pelote family, they have Pelote's drugstore downtown. John Cruz Pelote was actually the Surgeon General at Andersonville Prison. We have some Union soldiers, we have Confederate soldiers.
The cemetery holds a very valuable part of Suncoast history, and to preserve and protect that history, the cemetery will get a good cleaning on September 9th. The public will be allowed to participate.
We have 20 spots available, so you need to register on our Facebook page, which is Manatee Village Historical Park.
The Florida Public Archaeology Network will be on hand that day to teach you what to do and how to do it properly.
We'll be cleaning the headstones. We'll be looking at the grounds, doing some ground penetrating radar examples that Florida Public Archaeology Network will be doing. And they'll just kind of be showcasing what to do when you're cleaning a headstone.
You'll also learn to clean the ground safely. For instance, just yanking the weeds off this grave might destroy the whole structure, so it couldn't be repaired. By cleaning this cemetery and preserving it properly, historians will be able to learn more about the people who once lived here.
Cemeteries are outdoor museums. Every tombstone has a story to tell.
And those stories are not just important to the descendants of those buried here, but also to the newcomers in our community.
Studies have shown that when newcomers arrive in a community, they become part of that community faster, and there's more civic engagement and civic responsibility when people know their local history, and cemeteries play a big part in that.
This is the grave of Henry Clark, the first person buried here. There's a very interesting story about that. Charles Macy was at Henry Clark's funeral. When he saw that the ground was going down because of the wet weather, he said, "Don't ever bury me here. When I die, send me back up north for burial." So when he died, nobody was going up north for a while, so they put him in the whiskey barrel and pickled him until somebody could finally take him home for burial. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
What in the world?
Wait, what? She saved the best for last in that story.
I guess so. I'm going to have Linda explain that one to me later today.
Yeah, we'll have story time at 8:30 when she comes in.
Exactly. We'll try and update you guys as well.
Nobody was going north, so they pickled them. 5:22 right now. Still heading good morning to Suncoast. Apple gearing up to announce its new line of products, including a new version of the iPhone.
And coming up at 5:30, North Korea launching another missile, this time over Japan. We'll have the details when we return.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on a pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View, taking perfect nature pics with your smartphone. What's trending in international travel and Culver's custard with J-Dub's beer.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
And a quick reminder to feel free to send us your pictures of any types of floodwater or issues going on around your homes. Outside the homes, that is. The water and the ponding, let us know. We've had 16 inches of rain since last week at the airport alone, so just amazing. Welcome back, 5:24 right now on this Tuesday morning.
Well, it is official. Apple has scheduled its big announcement about new products, including the newest iPhone.
ABC's Diane Macedo and Candace Gibson have that and more in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bite, setting the date for Apple's next big announcement.
The Wall Street Journal reports Apple will announce new products on September 12th. Of course, that's 2 weeks from today. The report says it'll include 3 iPhones and a new watch.
You can now find Alexa when you're in Whole Foods. Amazon has placed its voice-activated home assistant on the grocery store shelves.
Social media users, though, are a bit confused because the devices are being displayed in the Farm Fresh section. Amazon completed its purchase of Whole Foods just yesterday. And finally, Taylor Swift's new single, Look What You Made Me Do, is breaking records on Spotify.
It was streamed more than 10 million times in its first day of release on Friday, for the biggest streaming day ever for a single track on Spotify.
And look at that. She was a latecomer to streaming services.
Look what you made her do.
Boom.
Now she's on Spotify. Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Dr. Scholl's.
Each year, Sarah climbs 58,070 steps. That's the height of Mount Everest. Because each day she chooses to take the stairs, at work, at home, even on the escalator. That can be hard on her lower body. So now she does it with Dr. Scholl's orthotics, clinically proven to relieve and prevent foot, knee, or lower back pain by reducing the shock and stress that travel up her body with every step she takes. So keep on climbing, Sarah. You're killing it. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
Who knew that my period or sex, even soap, could throw off my pH balance?
Only Vagisil pH Balance Wash has lacto-prebiotic. Use it every day to help support a healthy feminine pH. Get more from your wash. Get better intimate health. Vagisil.
I will never wash my hair again.
Now, I feel it.
Pantene is the first shampoo and conditioner system with active Pro V nutrient blends that fuel 100% stronger hair.
Because strong is beautiful.
What if you had a medical emergency away from home?
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
What you need is Mobile Help, America's premier mobile medical alert system. Most systems only work at home, but with Mobile Help, you get help outside the home with coverage nationwide on one of the largest cellular networks at the press of a button. Call the number on your screen for a free full-color brochure. We'll send you everything you need, including this base station, the patented mobile device, and the waterproof pendant and wrist button. You can also add the fall button that automatically detects falls and signals help. Call today and receive a risk-free 30-day trial. There is no equipment to buy and no long-term contract. For a limited time, you will also receive a free emergency key box with your plan purchase. Remember, Mobile Help keeps you safe coast to coast.
Call 1-800-916-8638. That's 1-800-916-8638.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-620-2254. That's 1-800-620-2254.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone. Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, Tropical Storm Harvey has circled out to the Gulf, but may again hit the coast. We'll have the latest from Texas.
Plus, a shark attack at a Florida beach sends a 3-year-old girl to the hospital. We'll hear from her mom this morning.
And the Florida Gators open this weekend in Texas against Michigan, and both starting quarterbacks will be off the field. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And good morning. The dry out begins August 29th, Tuesday. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Let's check in with meteorologist John Scalzi. Good morning, John.
Yeah, finally had time to dry out. Of course, we're still waiting for the rivers to crest. They'll be cresting probably about tomorrow or late tonight, and they'll start to trend back down as we head into Thursday, particularly for the Manatee River and the Horse Creek and areas of course, near coastal regions where we've gotten some heavy rainfall, and some of the catchment basins and drainage ditches are still way above where they should be. We're looking today at a flood watch that's still in effect for Sarasota and Manatee County, but Charlotte County, it's been discontinued, and I think we'll have a chance to dry out today as the focus of rain showers kind of lifts a little bit further to the north. Not a whole lot of activity currently across the region. I think the morning commute should be okay. We'll probably even see a little bit of sunshine as dawn breaks here on the Suncoast. And then as we head into the afternoon, it's going to be kind of humid because our temperatures will increase today with a little bit of sunshine we get, probably up to around the 90-degree mark, significantly warmer than yesterday, and consequently evaporation rates will increase. So there'll be a bit of humidity in the air, but that's good. We need to get rid of some of this rainfall, and it might be a good day to go out there and check around your house and see if there might be some basins that could be emptied that might harbor mosquitoes, because I think mosquitoes are going to be a big problem in the upcoming days. Talk more about the forecast coming up in just a few.
All right, thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic now, an ongoing issue on 53rd at 36th Street in Bradenton, not too far from Bayshore Gardens. Otherwise, pretty clear right now in Manatee County. Sarasota County, a little blip there on the screen on Bee Ridge as you head toward the interstate after you get past Cattleman. Otherwise, pretty good. South County, you'll see an ongoing issue there on 41 as you head south of Clark toward Osprey. We'll watch that for you. Otherwise, all clear at 5:32 on your Tuesday morning.
Topping our news this morning, Tropical Storm Harvey is still pummeling Texas, with Houston and the surrounding area still bracing for more rain.
ABC's Maggie Rulli has the latest.
Overnight, the National Guard live streams their dangerous night ops missions, desperate to keep up with the thousands in need of rescuing from rapidly rising floodwaters here in Houston. Life and death moments caught on camera. Families fighting to stay above water, floating on air mattresses, piling into canoes and rescue baskets, children wading through the waist-deep waters. All 12,000 members of the Texas National Guard are activated, but it's not enough. So neighbors like Captain Sam are stepping in, saving this family with his own boat.
It's just very unfortunate because we don't have anything. You know, we lost everything in our apartment. It's just really unfortunate.
And now warnings that what we're seeing is only going to get worse.
There is a reality that we have to come to grips with, and that is we are just beginning the process of responding to this storm.
Photos show just how close the local levees are to overflowing, and more rain is on the way. The Red Cross mega shelter at Houston's George R. Brown Convention Center, meant to house 5,000, is already beyond capacity.
As long as my baby's safe, I'm okay.
The Red Cross says they're not turning anyone away. That convention center is now nearing 9,000 people, and that number's only expected to grow. President Trump's going to touch down here in the disaster zone later today. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Houston, Texas.
Topping our news on the Suncoast this morning, while the rain has subsided for now, there are still some areas in Manatee County that continue to face flooding issues.
Let's go live now to Jess Dodrick, who is live in Manatee County with the latest. Jess, good morning.
Good morning, Jacqueline and Ray. I'm at the American Red Cross shelter that's at St. George's Episcopal Church in Bradenton, and I just walked inside. They say that they have 7 people staying here with them tonight. That's actually one more than they had last night. There were 6 people who were staying here, and of course they're providing cots for them to sleep on, food, water, anything they need while their homes are flooded. So obviously still some neighborhoods here in Manatee County that are seeing some flooding, but I was driving around all morning today, and most of the roads do seem clear. US 41 was clear, State Road 64, so you shouldn't have very many issues on your drive to work or school this morning. Now, like you heard meteorologist John Scalzi say, we are expecting some more rain today, so that could change as the day progresses. Now, I did get some pictures from some viewers of trees that are now uprooting because of all of the rain that we've been getting, so that's something to be aware of and be careful. So coming up again at 6 o'clock, I'll be heading back out to some of the local neighborhoods here in Bradenton to see how they're doing with flooding. For now, reporting live in Bradenton, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Jess. Developing overnight, North Korea has launched a ballistic missile over Japan. The latest move continues to destabilize the region and cause alarm around the world. The U.S. and South Korean forces were conducting annual military drills on the peninsula, to which North Korea strenuously objects. China blames the U.S. and South Korea for provoking the incident and calls for restraint on all sides.
Here in America, President Donald Trump assuring the press that a potential government shutdown would not impede Hurricane Harvey relief efforts. This comes after pledging swift aid to Texas and Louisiana as they seek to recover from Harvey. Trump has said he'll allow a partial government shutdown next month if Congress does not provide money he's seeking for a U.S.-Mexico border wall. Trump reiterated his position that Mexico should ultimately pay for the border wall, even if Congress provides the initial funding and the United States is later reimbursed. And during the 2016 election, Donald Trump was apparently hoping to build a Trump Tower in Moscow, Russia. Now, that's according to his attorney, Michael Cohen. He says he's discussed that project with the then candidate Trump 3 times and reached out to the Kremlin for assistance. Efforts to build a Trump Tower in Moscow were apparently underway during the presidential campaign in 2015 and continued into 2016. Cohen said the efforts were abandoned in late January of 2016. The developments appear to contradict Trump's denials of any such business connections to Russia in the past. Trump's involvement and awareness of the negotiations remain unclear.
Police in New Mexico say a 16-year-old boy walked into a public library, killed 2 people and injured 4 others. It happened Monday afternoon in the town of Clovis, about 10 miles from the Texas border. No word yet on a motive. Witnesses say the boy came in and began shooting in the air. A 3-year-old girl is recovering after she was bit by a shark at a Florida beach. The girl's mother says the family was at Stewart Beach on the East Coast on Sunday. The girl was in the water and suddenly screamed. Her mother knew something was very wrong.
I hear mommy, and then I get up out of the water and I go towards her, and there's just blood everywhere. And I pick her up and there's just meat hanging off of her leg.
Wow. The girl was taken to the hospital where she will likely remain for the next 5 weeks. The doctor believes she was bitten by a 5 to 6 foot bull shark.
Florida businesses could see workers' comp insurance premiums decrease in the upcoming year. The National Council on Compensation Insurance, which proposes rates for workers' comp insurers, says it is recommending an average premium decrease of 9.6%. This change would take effect at the start of the year. Now, there has been controversy over this issue after a political battle turning businesses and insurance groups against workers, attorneys, and labor unions. The Office of Insurance Regulation is expected to hold a hearing on the proposal in October. And starting this fall, you can soon catch a nonstop flight from Tampa to New Orleans. Spirit Airlines is adding the flight from several cities. The new routes will launch on November 9th, but you can go ahead and start buying tickets now.
Good idea. College football this weekend, and the Florida Gators will open against Michigan. The game's in Dallas. What's also unique, neither team has named a starting quarterback. Here's the Michigan coach, Jim Harbaugh.
Have not heard of Florida announce who their starting quarterback would be. We'd love to have that information. And
is that a no?
So, no, we're not announcing our starting quarterback. Correct. As I said before, people make a lot of big deal about our roster or not announcing a starting quarterback. I have not seen a starting quarterback come out of Florida, and never any mention of that.
It's being held at AT&T Arena, which is known as Jerry's World, one of the largest indoor arenas in this country. Tropicana Field in St. Pete will be the new home of the Houston Astros, at least for their next 2 series. The Astros were set to host the Texas Rangers, but will now play a 3-game series from Tuesday through Thursday. The Rays are out of town all week, so the Astros will play their next series against the New York Mets there as well. The MLB and its Players Association have pledged $1 million to hurricane relief. So I wonder how full the crowd will be for those games tonight.
I know.
Houston versus...
tonight till Thursday, right?
Yeah, in St. Petersburg. So maybe they'll cut the price of tickets to get more fans to go.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, I hope everybody goes out and who would go out to support the Houston team, and
Yeah, if you're a Houston fan, definitely a great opportunity right here in your own backyard.
Haley Wilgis's.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. I forgot.
Need all the help they can get out there.
Yeah.
We're looking at a little chance to dry out finally here on the Suncoast. We'll talk about that in a sec.
All right, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the latest in your first alert traffic. And studies show a large number of caretakers still do not know how to safely place infants.
But the Safe to Sleep campaign is hoping to change that. Up next in Health Smart.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
Looking for something fun to do on a Friday night? Then come to Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Enjoy free live music, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Meet up with friends, enjoy activities for the kids, or make it a special date night. And be sure to stop by the ABC7 booth and say hello. Mark your calendars for Music on Main, first Friday of the month, 6 to 9 at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by ABC7 and these sponsors.
Florida's coral reefs are declining. Bad news for our oceans and marine life. Fortunately, you can help, and you don't have to dive, you just have to drive. When you purchase Moat's Protect Our Reefs license plate, $25 goes directly to Moat Marine Laboratory, whose research, restoration, and conservation programs are helping this precious natural resource thrive once again. So get your Moat Protect Our Reefs license plate today. You just might hold the key to saving Florida's reefs.
Suncoast students are back in school, and a lot happens before your kids hear that first bell. You need local information before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5. Get breaking news, plus first alert weather and traffic focused on where you live. Whether you're a teacher, a parent, or just preparing for your day, get local stories that impact you. Watch ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you. Now, your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Current air temperature comes in at 81 degrees. We have a dew point value of 77 and a southwest wind blowing now at about 7 miles per hour. Looking at a pretty nice start to the day. I think not a whole lot of rain shower activity around, most of it well to our north, and that'll be the focal point for the heavier rainfall today, north of Tampa Bay. We do have a chance at an isolated shower or two, but certainly I don't think we'll see anything like we've seen over the last several days, where we've had a whole month's worth of rainfall in just a couple of days. 76 degrees, Wauchula 75, and Arcadia 76, Mayaca 80 degrees along the coastline, or even a little bit better with 82 degrees at Longboat Key. Heaviest of the rain now located in the mid-Atlantic states. If you're traveling today to say any place along the Delmarva, Washington airports, even as far north as possibly by today, possibly up toward areas of New Jersey or New York. You may see a little bit of rainfall there, though the heaviest will be in the mid-Atlantic. Also, of course, the Louisiana coastline back through Texas, heavy rain showers there still from Harvey. But for us, I think the focal point for showers is lifting a little further north today, and we get a chance to dry out just a little bit. We'll have a little more sunshine in the forecast today as dry air south of us begins to lift a little bit further to the north, and we enjoy a bit of a dry out. Take a look at the satellite view here, and you will notice a couple of breaks in the clouds in the cloud pattern. And so consequently, we'll have a little mix of sun and clouds, I think, to start the day. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that we won't perhaps get the heavy rainfall today, even though we do have a flood watch up for areas of Manatee and Sarasota counties. But we will get the sunshine, which will boost our temperatures, and so it'll be a much warmer day today than yesterday. Drier air aloft is indicated by the tan contours on the water vapor imagery, or the tan colorizations, I should say, and that's lifting northward into our area. So aloft, the air will be a little bit drier. It won't support those billowing clouds and the heavier rainfalls for us. Now, to the north of us, there's still going to be a problem. The trough of low pressure that extends from that area of low pressure, that stalled frontal boundary at the surface, will start to lift north as well. So you'd have less moisture aloft, and the surface boundary, which is often a focal point for showers, is lifting north as well. So those two things really put the rainfall chances lower today and kind of stack the deck in our favor for drying out just a little bit. So that'll be good news. Now, over the next several days, I think that happens again and again, and we have decreasing rain chances. We'll trend it down again tomorrow. So today's rain chance about half of what it was yesterday, and tomorrow's rain chance about half of what it is today. Good news. Rain chances going down, warm and humid afternoon, and the sun returns Wednesday. Those are the weather highlights that carry you through the next couple of days. So we're looking at the tropics still. We have an area of disturbed weather out here off the coast, of course, of Africa, and we have two of those little circles there kind of jumped around just a little bit. But we have that one area of disturbed weather off the mid-Atlantic coast that we talked about. That now has a 50% chance of development, and it better do it soon because the chances of development are going to be reduced. And, of course, we have Harvey. So the forecast for these storms looks pretty good for us. The storm off the mid-Atlantic coast continues to be drifting off toward the northeast, and we'll have to watch this storm coming off Africa. It does have a chance of developing, a pretty good chance over time, about an 80% chance, and it is a general westward moving storm. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that one. Plenty of time. The position by Sunday is still thousands of miles away. We're looking at area of disturbed weather continuing to lift north, and our rain chances reducing, and daytime highs responding accordingly near the 90 mark. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Hopefully we are looking to dry out soon. Taking a look at your first alert traffic, there is an accident at 53rd Avenue and 36th Street in Manatee County, so keep that in mind if you usually take that area. State Road 70 seeing some more cars on the roadway, but not looking too bad throughout Manatee County. Sarasota County looking pretty quiet as well. Some slowdowns on Bee Ridge Road, as there usually is due to that ongoing construction project. And South County looking pretty quiet at 549 on your Tuesday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, since 1994, the Safe to Sleep campaign has been educating caregivers in how to properly place infants for safe sleeping. But as Kim Hutcherson reports, not everyone has heard their message.
A new study finds that less than half of U.S. mothers consistently put their babies down to sleep on their backs, which is the safest sleep position for infants. The study surveyed more than 3,000 American mothers and found that only 43.7% say they both intend to put their babies to bed on their backs and that they actually do so all the time. A little over 77% say they usually do, but not always. The Safe to Sleep campaign has been telling the public since 1994 that babies should sleep on their backs. According to the CDC, this position reduces the risk of sudden infant death syndrome, or SIDS, as well as reducing the risk of strangulation or suffocation. There were about 3,700 sudden unexpected infant deaths in 2015. SIDS accounted for about 1,600 of these, while 900 were due to accidental suffocation or strangulation in bed. The latest guidelines from the American Academy of Pediatrics says babies should be placed on their backs on a firm sleeping surface with a tight-fitted sheet and no pillows or blankets. The survey was published in the journal Pediatrics. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
A lot of times they tell parents to put their babies in a play set or in a crib and not to sleep with them because you can accidentally roll over on your child if you're sleeping in bed with them as well.
That's true. Good advice.
Yeah.
5:51, still ahead. Good morning, Suncoast. We'll update the day's local news headlines, and these kids head back to school with plenty of fanfare.
We've got more on these kids and their actual red carpet treatment when we come back.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills. Wow! Stop stains and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
This is an important medical announcement. Talcum powder products from some of the best-known brands have been linked to ovarian cancer. Any woman who has used a talcum powder product and has been diagnosed with ovarian cancer may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that women with long-term use of talcum powder, including baby powder for feminine hygiene, can increase the risk of contracting ovarian cancer. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to women who should have been warned about the risks of ovarian cancer with long-term use of talcum powder. Call the Talcum Powder Hotline. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed or died from ovarian cancer, you must call now. Call 800-570-7599, 800-570-7599.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the ABC 7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with your pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the ABC 7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the top stories on the Suncoast today.
One area of the Suncoast has seen 22 inches in the past week of rain. The northeast Whitfield area in Manatee County is the highest in the area.
Plus, the man suspected of killing his girlfriend and their baby and then setting their home on fire says a demon made him do it. Larry Williams has been charged in both of their deaths. It happened Sunday in an apartment complex off 14th Street West near 30th Street.
And the search is on for the man who robbed a Papa John's on Cortez West. The armed robber came through the back door.
Finally this morning, Pittsburgh Public Schools started the new school year with a red carpet rollout. Take a look. Administrators made a special effort to welcome back students in style. This meant students walked in the red carpet into school and were accompanied by a DJ and surrounded by an adoring crowd. That crowd consisted of the kids' parents who were all just as excited as the kids to start that first day of school. I'm sure they were. That's
a great first day. It's the second day that goes straight downhill.
I know, exactly. Once you start getting into the homework, then it's not so fun anymore.
The red carpet is a nice touch, though, right?
Makes you feel special.
I want to send out a special welcome back to Becky in Omayaka, who's been out for a little while, so we're glad to have her back. 70 degrees, she reports. Inch and a quarter, rather, of rainfall yesterday.
Look at that.
There it goes.
Her earring fell off and rolled off the desk.
You were very excited about having Becky back, weren't you?
Welcome back, Becky.
Wow. More news after this, folks. I'll get it.